life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show. Later, you know what it is. Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn how we do. Hey. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man. I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a wheel. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Cut you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of the Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7, and joining me as always is my co-host, Mr. Ham Solo. Ham, how you doing, bro?
I'm all right. Just kind of hanging in there. I've been playing a lot of Stalker. Thought I beat it the other time when I talked to you because I was on like something that I couldn't turn around from. And I didn't.
There's more.
But now I am in a spot where it's either the end of the game or I don't know what else would come of it. Because a lot of people that I dealt with are gone. And one of the guys that I sided with, which there are different directions you can take the story. It's very much RPG-ish, right?
Yeah.
So like my outcome may be completely different than yours, right?
Yeah, okay.
And the person that I'm like seeing towards the end just got I'm not even gonna say how, but he got downed.
Permanently.
He's not permanently downed, but he is like, bro, it's up to you. That's what he said, pretty much. He's like, he is like, bro, we made it this far. I can't go any further. It's up to you. So right now, I know that like, I just opened up a box and it was full of med kits, and I was like, uh-oh.
It's about to get fun. It's about to get fun.
Bro, I had 2 boss fights prior to this one where the guy was like, yo, bro, you got to finish it up. Like the 2 prior boss fights I had, I was thinking maybe it was the end, but wasn't, but like, I didn't really feel like I got like the whole story. Right? Compared to now, it's like, all right, there's not many more people left that are big figureheads that I need to take down.
Okay.
So now I'm in a spot where it's just like I said, there's a bunch of med packs everywhere. In this box, there was a crazy amount of ammo, bro. It was like, it's up to you. Like it feels like this is finally the crescendo.
Yep.
Right. Yep. And I would feel very foolish. Like the last time, like on Monday, I felt kind of foolish after I told you that, and I was like, God damn it. I thought I'd be like I felt foolish because that part in particular came down to kind of like a crescendo where that guy that I was taking care of, or that guy that I was, knocking out, essentially,
Mhm.
was a big piece of the story. But after I took him out, I went back and then realized, oh crap, I have like 3 other guys that are like trying to make decisions as well around me. So I was way off on that one, but this one I know, bro, there ain't a shout of a doubt that where I am right now, if I literally grab my controller, go forward about 10 steps and hit X, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem, and I wouldn't, and I would be, I'd be blown away if there was
If there
something
was
else
more.
that I had to do after it, because I don't know who I'd talk to after this.
That would be fun. I would love to
Bro,
like.
the one of the main guys that I'm fucking with, which there's several main guys, so you won't know. One of
Mhm.
the main guys I'm fucking with, like I said, he got down. He said it's up to you. The dude before that was like my right hand man. No matter who I was fucking with, he got shot as well, and he was like,
I'm out.
it's all on YouTube, bro. So now I'm just sitting here like, yo, I just took down some key figures, like big key figures, not like a few like names, like people
Side
that
characters.
depend, and like I said, depends on who you side with. So these aren't spoilers. You could side with somebody else, and then who I who I fucked with to this point, you won't have. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get off this podcast, because as soon as I get off, probably within the hour, this game will be over. Unless I die a ton of times. But right now, I got
Ham, I can't wait. Like
I got about 50 med packs on me right now. So if I die, I'll be surprised.
again, I'm looking forward to Friday and you telling us like, guys, I thought I finished Stalker. I thought I was going to finish it.
Nope. That's not gonna happen. No, it's a guarantee. That ain't gonna happen.
Someone clip this motherfucker.
Nope, it ain't happening. That is not happening. There is no way in hell that's happening.
Oh man, he is guaranteeing
You
doubling and
you can put
tripling down.
all the money down. It's not
Call
happening.
call him Ham Jeffy. He is tripling down. Wow.
You got any more downs? Because I'd like to throw some.
Oh my goodness. You really mean this. You're very confident about this now.
I'll
All right.
quintuple down, bruh.
Oh my goodness. Not even Jeffy's quintupling. Vincent Vega. Jeez, man. Vincent Vega, welcome in, brother. The Guinea as well. Welcome. The Guinea, quick point of order. We're only going to be doing video on TSWS on Fridays. Yeah. So hats, Fridays. Stanley Francois, Sava, welcome in. Raichi already giving us some foreshadowing about our highlight for today. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate news, but it is what it is. Good afternoon, everyone from Montreal, the capital. All right, Raichi. Ham, besides Stalker, what else have you been playing?
What's that?
Stalker 2. Besides Stalker 2, what else have you been playing?
Literally nothing.
No life in it.
Yeah, I am, because I want to have this done with a few days to spare to play Indiana Jones.
When's Indiana Jones coming out again?
I believe it comes out on like the 9th, I want to say. I'm going to double check real quick. It might be the 6th. Let me see. Indiana Jones. Release date. I might want to put game in there.
Yeah, you might want to do that.
Okay, yeah, the 9th, like I thought.
The 9th.
So yeah, in about 5 days. In 5 days, it comes out.
Oh man,
And
I don't know. It's like
I wanted to at least have like 2 to 4 days of playing something else before I get right back into another stealth game, if that makes sense.
yeah,
I mean, this will be a lot easier of a stealth game compared to Stalker.
much easier.
But a stealth game is a stealth game. You know, I'm not gonna change who I am. I told you, Loke, those Souls games. You know, I play a couple of them, and I'm like, all right, get away from me. It's the same. It's the same thing with stealth games too. It's like I play a couple of them, and then it's get away from me. Like I don't want to play any more stealth for a while.
Yeah, it's fine.
And Stalker is like the Elden Ring of stealth, right? Because it's like super hard.
Yeah,
It's very relentless. It doesn't give a shit about
Holding
helping
your
you.
hand.
You better help
Yeah.
yourself,
Yep.
right? The accessibility is what color do you need the screen? You know what I'm saying? Like it don't care. It doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey man, it might not be for you. That's it. But anyways, but Indiana Jones is very inviting, right? Like I feel like that game, I feel like Xbox wants as many hands to, you know, touch Indiana Jones. I mean, pause, but to touch Indiana Jones as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like as many people as possible getting in and playing that, whether it's, you know, now or in a few months or whatever, right? Stalker, it's definitely gonna it's not gonna have the same
No.
it might be more popular as a video game because I think Stalker definitely will
It did
like
some
in the long
numbers.
run
It
outsell
did some
Indiana
numbers.
Jones.
I don't think you'll find more players playing Stalker 2 than Indiana Jones. Like 1 year
Yeah, but I
after
think there'll
both
be more
games
people that
come out.
purchase Stalker 2 than Indiana
Yeah,
Jones.
yeah. I think most people are going to experience Indiana Jones through Game Pass. I think that's fair. Guys in the chat, tell us what you guys have been playing, man. It's not just me and Ham, yeah. Tell us what you guys have been playing. If you finished anything. So X-Man, welcome in. Blah 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 blah. Hamothy, I'm not even going to mention Football Manager because I mean I'm always playing Football Manager. Yesterday I started streaming Lost Adelin. I think that's the pronunciation. A game that Raichi in the chat gifted, and it was very like the first 2 hours. I think, well, actually, I played 3 hours, but the first few hours are actually very good. I enjoyed myself. The dialogue's okay. It's cheesy. Raichi did say that in the comment section yesterday. It's cheesy, but Ham, I don't feel like it's. I don't feel like it's not trying to entertain me. Even though it's cheesy, I can tell that the people that made that game want me to play and be entertained. The graphics are very good. Not great, but they're pretty good. The gameplay is solid. And it seems like a regular B game. Not everything needs to be the greatest game that ever happened, but it's a solid game, and that's what I've been playing. I'm even playing it sometimes offline because I can't keep myself away from it. Ron Slasher welcome in says, okay, Ron Slasher is obviously trolling. Says he's playing Dustborn and Concord. Sapo Uncharted on PS5 Pro, BG3, Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox, and a handful of waifu gotchas. That's good. Waifu gotchas are not they're not terrible. Raichi says I was playing Assassin's Creed Origin on Luna. Nice. Sir X-Man, I just shared your show on Blue Sky. Okay. Ham, I don't know if you got to see the game that I was playing. Oh,
Yes, I did. You were having a blast. I thought it was hilarious. I tuned in for about 20 minutes. It was
Yeah.
after you had already got done streaming.
Yeah.
I was just listening to it on my way to what was I doing yesterday? Oh, I was on my way to my daughter's swim lesson,
Mm.
and I was like, "Oh, let me see what let me see what Loke did today." And I hopped on there, and you were just there was one guy that was getting his ass kicked that you were just like, "Oh man, you're gonna die." Just like your own teammate. You just kept saying it over and over and
I
over.
sacrificed him. I sacrificed him. And I didn't even think twice.
And I wish I wish I remembered the name. I think it started with like an M or an R. I don't remember.
Robert.
Robert, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
You just said that over and over. I was like, oh, Robert.
Yep. I was like, Robert, I'm sorry, dude. Like, forgive me. But for this strategy to work out, you need to go down with the ship. And he
So
did. He went down, yeah.
I thought that was fun and funny. It sounded like you were having a pretty good time.
Yeah.
It seemed like the right type of game to play on this platform that we're using to stream. So it made a lot of sense, and it looked pretty good, and it looked kind of fun, or at least it seemed like you were having a good time.
Dude, I I usually have a cap of 2 hours, right, for the stream because
You played
I
that for
have
almost
to.
3.
Sorry.
I said you played that shit for like almost 3.
Yes, exactly, and that's my point, right? Because I need to stream for 2 hours so I can have at least 6 hours of sleep because I need to wake up early enough to go to the gym, then go to work, etc., etc. But I was having so much fun. I was like, you know what, dude? We'll figure this out tomorrow. We'll figure this one out tomorrow. I'm not leaving. And then the dogs came through, the poison dogs or whatever. Oh man, I had myself a real blast with that game, and I'm playing it obviously offline, and I can't wait to stream some more of it
So,
on Tuesday.
do you mind if I sidebar us and take us completely away from this conversation? Because I
No
know it's
problem.
going to.
No problem.
Because you're going to have something to say, I'm sure, about it. And it's not like anything disrespectful towards anybody at all. No, like, because it's whatever. Do whatever you want, right? At the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day. But, and this is a brother of the channel, long-time member. He's been here for a long time. Sir X-Man
Yeah.
said, I just shared I just shared your show on Blue Sky, which I love that he did that, right?
Okay.
But then his next comment was, I'm slowly leaving Twitter. It's okay.
Let's get into it. No, leave that up. Leave that up, Ham. Leave that up.
Okay, yeah, let's leave it up.
Leave that up. I don't mind these types of discussions. It matters because if we let's not lie to ourselves, a lot of us here met through Twitter. So I think it's an interesting discussion. As for like the whole slowly leaving Twitter, I'd like to know first off, so X-Man, would you please tell us why you're leaving Twitter? Is anyone else in the chat also leaving Twitter? But
I
whatever.
know. Well, I
Well,
I feel like it's not really as much as needing to like be announced from everybody that's here. Like I don't care who's there or not, but like I've noticed it happened last election and it happened this election as well. Where a
yeah,
lot of people are just saying Twitter has become, just like Sir X-Men just said on his last tweet, just right here actually. He said Twitter has become total garbage.
total garbage.
And I feel like I'm missing something.
You and me
Because
both.
I don't remember when Twitter felt like a great place. Like it reminds me of like when people are like, it reminds me of the Trump slogan, "Make America Great Again."
Okay.
I don't really get that too much, like because it's such a subjective meaning, right? What was great for you in the '80s wasn't so great for some black folks,
Mm,
right? You could say the
mm.
same thing about Indians. You could say the same thing about Italians. You could say the same thing about Jews. You could say the same thing about Japanese people, all in America, right?
Yeah.
When you say "Make America Great Again," you're just kind of like, what time period are we talking about? We talking about like the early '90s, mid '90s? Because it seemed like that's when everybody started to kind of get more along with people or with each other than before, and then it started to get wild again after Bush left and Obama came in, and I'm not here to hate on Obama or Bush because I don't give a fuck about either one of them. But like my whole thing is it's just like people have this idea of something being good, and I feel like sometimes it's just nostalgia playing a joke on us.
Ah,
Right? I don't know. Go on ahead, please.
I disagree with that sentiment because for
Okay.
me personally, Twitter was kind of I used to enjoy Twitter, right? When it was very curated, and I enjoy it even more now.
Oh
When
wow, you enjoy it more now.
Yes, yes, with you can clearly tell there's like no guardrails. There's almost no um I would say HR in the building when or in the room or in the threads when people are having conversations. The only HR that pops up from what I've noticed is community notes, which usually just points out like incongruencies on very popular posts. My only real complaint or criticism is that exactly that only like viral posts get the attention of community notes. So I can have a small account and I can just be talking out of my ass. But because I only get like 20 likes, 5 likes, community notes doesn't pay attention or doesn't care. I have a problem with that because the protection of truth should be universal. You can't sit there and be like, oh no, if you have a small account you can lie. You can talk rubbish and it's fine. That's like my one issue with the platform. But as far as Twitter in general, I'm sorry, man. Like I don't see it. I'm having a good time. And as far as leaving Twitter and going somewhere else, Ham, you know this because me and you are pretty close. You have my other accounts on socials, whether it's Facebook and all this other stuff, right? Personal accounts and whatever. Dude, I don't have the time to post anywhere else. The idea of going to Blue Sky and posting there as well, it stresses me out because I'm like, dude, I struggle with Twitter. I struggle to post on Twitter regularly. Now you want me to go somewhere else, even though I'm not bothered by the current iteration of the platform that I'm using now. I don't understand it. Listen, if you have the time to manage 2 accounts, three, four, five, or if you're doing the whole social media thing professionally full time, again, that's fine. But me personally, I'm not leaving Twitter anytime soon, dude. I just don't have the time. Unless one day I wake up and then I finally figure it out financially, and then I start doing like TSWS full time, and then I need to come up with like a bot, and I need to manage it, and then I post everywhere else, Instagram as well. Dude, I have an Instagram. I haven't posted on it for years. So yeah, again, I don't understand the sentiment that Twitter has sucked and is worse. I don't understand that, because for me, Twitter was okay before and it's great now, in my opinion. Yeah, that's essentially my take on Sir X-Man's post.
Yeah. My whole thing is like, I'm not really like, it's just you'll go to Blue Sky, sure, have a little bit of fun, hear some stuff. But to me, it's just like going to Blue Sky is like going to yesterday's newspaper to me.
To yesterday's newspaper.
Yeah.
Explain.
That's just the way I kind of feel about Blue Sky.
Explain.
So you may make your account on Blue Sky, make your account on Threads, whatever, right? Whatever website, right?
Okay.
When the latest gaming news drops, where is it dropping first?
Twitter.
My point. It's going to Twitter first. So I go to these social media websites to be
informed,
up to date on the latest news. Making a friend
already left
is a bonus. I'm not going to these sites for specifically making friends.
Ooh, heartless.
It is what it is. When I first got a Twitter account, I didn't plan on making any friends. That's what Facebook was for. Facebook was like, and I didn't even make friends on there, right? It was just old friends that I had.
Yeah. Facebook's for maintaining your high school friends.
Yeah, it's for maintaining lifelong friends, right?
Yeah.
But like, when I go to Twitter, I'm going there for news and whatnot. And if I meet some people and we agree and we follow each other, that's cool. But like, I'm not I don't have any like real history with anybody, right? Unless like I'm making it within the moment. I'd expect the same thing on like going to Blue Sky. I'm not expecting to go meet a whole bunch. Like it'd be cool to like get, followers and stuff like that. But then I need to do more than just Blue Sky. I need to be everywhere, right?
Yep.
So it's just like once I open up that box, it's really hard to like focus at that point. Just like Loke, you were saying just a little bit ago, like it's hard for you to like just focus on just Twitter by itself. Yeah. Throw in 2-3 other websites. It's like, God damn, man, like I'm not even living anymore.
Yep.
So that's like, I 100%. I 100% see what you're saying with that, and I want the latest news, right? I don't want a rerun. So I'd rather just go on Twitter and be there. And plus, all these people that are asking me to go to Blue Sky are already on Twitter with me. Like, what? I'm going to go over there and hit the follow button and see the same shit you posted on Twitter.
Oh my God! Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I can barely hear you. I don't know if it's my sound or your mic.
It must be my mic.
I don't know. I got your volume all the way up and I can barely hear you, so I don't know.
Is it still low?
Yeah, but it might be me. Go ahead.
Sapo said she already left Twitter. I'm curious to know why you left Twitter, Sapo. I'm curious. So X-Men says Twitter is garbage. Please give me one reason why it's garbage.
Give me a reason without saying Elon Musk.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're lying.
No, I'm not saying that. Oh, it is a I'll agree with Sapo on this and other folks on this. It's toxic. Yeah, it is. It is.
But what's toxic?
But at the same time, let me finish, Lo. But at the same time, It's exactly what Loke said. It's unfiltered. So do you want to live in a fairy tale or do you want to deal with reality? And for
That's all it
me,
is.
I would rather see the reality because I know the reality of things is not everyone's gonna like you. Not everyone's gonna be agreeing with everything that you do and everything
Yep.
that you say, and not everyone's gonna have the same opinion as you. And getting off of Twitter to run to another place to get that safe space. Hey, if you need that, that's fine. I get it. Take care of yourself first. I 100% am down with that. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I'm not gonna hop over there for that reason. Like to me, that's not good enough for me, right? Because
We need more.
yeah, I need Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo, one of these big companies that say, hey, we're not using Twitter anymore. Check us out on Blue Sky. Then I might be like, oh, okay. We're seeing that these major companies are moving away from Twitter. They're not even tweeting shit. They ain't saying nothing over there. You won't hear any. Like in fact, you'll hear about Nintendo, but you'll hear from somebody else. You won't ever hear from Nintendo. So then that for me would be reason enough to try out a different platform. But as of right now, all of the companies, even the ones that say they hate Twitter, that's the first place they go to post some shit. So why the hell would I go away?
And Ham, there's something else I wanted to add to that. For me, even if tomorrow Xbox and PlayStation were like, we're done with Twitter, we're going to Blue Sky, I wouldn't go. You know why?
Well, now I need to know why you wouldn't go over there when you know that you can't. I mean, you'll still get the information, but it'll be secondhand, and that's what I don't like
From
about Blue
IGN.
Sky right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So the reason why I opened a Twitter account and I immediately like really enjoyed it, is because of engaging with other people, right? And in engaging with diverse thought, not diverse races and genders, diverse thought, right? Twitter, from what we can see, in my opinion, has that's where everyone's at. That's where everyone's at. At least the people that want to talk. If you want to take pictures, you're on Instagram, right? If you want to talk to your mom, you're on Facebook. But the people that just want to like talk about subjects openly and have a platform that's not going to try and moderate speech, Twitter is where it's at. So my the same way you didn't go to Twitter for friends, I didn't go to Twitter for gaming news. The initial reason I went on Twitter is because I was on Facebook. If I remember correctly, I was on Facebook a couple of that was a long time ago. I think 2010.
Oh shit!
I think it was what happened.
Read the screen.
Sapo says lies, Log. You know if Kojima went to Blue Sky, you would go quit playing.
I think you've been compromised.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad we're not on video right now because my face right now. God damn, Sapo.
Oh man, how you make a brother face red? That's crazy.
Listen, there's some people. Ham, I'm telling you, there's some people on our in our community on TSWS that know us too well. Like they know exactly where our weak points are at. Like I don't even have a comeback for that shit. I just want.
That's the kind of community I love right there.
I just
hold you accountable.
I just
Look, where you at on Elden Ring, huh?
Oh fuck!
How about that Kojima on Blue Sky,
bro? I haven't booted up Elden Ring in a long time. Jesus, and it's
How
already
about that
the third.
Starfield completion, huh?
It's already the third. It's the 3rd of December. Jesus. Jesus. And you know Elden Ring, if you stay too long away from Elden Ring, you need to like
You
have
don't know
two
how to
or
play
three
anymore.
days. You need to have 2 or 3 days of just reacclimatizing yourself back into the game with
Yeah,
like
you lose all your
movement.
fortitude. You lose all the fortitude that you just gained.
Oh my god, it's brutal. It's brutal. No, but I will go back. I will go back. But going back to my story, I didn't go on Twitter for gaming news. So if the
That's what I did.
if IGN and PlayStation and all these guys go to Blue Sky, I don't care. As long as Twitter is still the what's it the metaphorical the metaphorical center of town that people go to discuss and talk, which is what it is right now. That's why a whole bunch of sponsors left when Elon bought it, but they're slowly trickling back in because even they're looking at the numbers on other social media platforms and they're like, I guess we have to go back. Like Instagram tried to make an alternative. Instagram with that gigantic install base, huge install base on Instagram. They tried to do something close to Twitter called Threads, I think, and it fell apart. And myself, I just look at the stats, I look at the numbers and the momentum, and I think Twitter has the momentum right now. And I'm not saying Blue Sky is going to fail. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Twitter will remain the town square where I can talk to people from the left, people from the right, people from the center. I hate echo chambers, and I will not willingly subject myself to that. Not in the name of being safe, because words, they're just words, bro. Ham, here's a good example. I posted yesterday or the day before. I'm hyped. I'm super hyped for South of Midnight. 9 out of 10 in my opinion. That's the level of hype that I'm at. I got a bunch of people being like, "Oh yeah, me too." I got a bunch of people saying, it's 50-50. And I got a bunch of people talking about Sweet Baby and they hate it and it's going to be terrible, etc., etc. I don't have the mentality of, I wish I didn't have to deal with people that aren't as hyped about stuff that I'm hyped about. I don't have that mentality. And when you're alluding to Twitter's toxic, this is why I was questioning Sapo and Sir X-Man. What makes Twitter garbage? Give me one reason. Give me one tangible thing that makes Twitter garbage. Because it feels, to me at least, that a lot of people that want to leave or have left, it's because they can't handle diverging opinions. And I think that's toxic. Wanting to be in a situation where everyone thinks exactly like you and agrees with you on topics, on even ways to engage, because no one has the right to police someone else's speech. You can disagree, but saying that people shouldn't even be allowed to speak that way, it's like, bro, you don't like how this person speaks, mute them and move on with your life, or engage them and tell them why you don't like how they are speaking to you, and maybe they can learn something new or you can learn something new. But if your idea is not to reach out and get a reaction, an authentic reaction from someone else or in a random part of the world, what are we even doing? Just open Chat GPT, speak to Chat GPT. It'll always affirm you, it'll always be nice to you, it'll always regurgitate what you wanted to regurgitate. That's how I feel about it. But I'm still waiting for one reason of like, this for this X reason Twitter's horrible or toxic or whatever. Now all the glowies came back. I don't know what glowies are. Ham, what are glowies? Do you know what glowies
I
are?
don't know. I don't know.
I have no idea what that is. Sam, was that little rant of mine, do you agree? Do you disagree?
Um, I don't disagree with you. Everyone's gonna have their own reasons for doing whatever they want to do. So I'm not knocking anybody for going to Blue Sky. One of my good friends, Matt, likes games. I mean, he's really about going to Blue Sky and using Twitter as little as possible. but like I said, I remember when Threads came out and everybody was on that, right?
I was on it.
Everybody, I'm not talking about a specific person. I'm talking about just a lot of people. I remember everybody wanted to get a Threads account, right? But like the thing is to me, a lot of people want Twitter, but they don't want Twitter, and like it's clear because when you go to Threads, when you go to Blue Sky, they're just Twitter clones.
Yeah.
That's all that they are. So it's just like how do you beat something or make something more popular when it's the exact same thing?
How do you do
That's
that?
the other thing. I'm kind of interested in some. Can you go through the chat? Can you read some of these chats?
Yeah.
Some people are saying some interesting things on both sides
Yeah.
on why Blue Sky is legit to them and as for like why some of the shit is ridiculous. I love it when people can have a fucking conversation without wanting to rip each other's heads off or being absolutely disrespectful. So please go on ahead, read some of the chat. I have to go grab some water real quick. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
And you guys, please feel free to challenge me, challenge him. We will engage, super chat or not. If it's a good point, a good comment, we will engage. Twitter has become a safe haven for hate groups. See, but again, Sapo, you watch a lot of our podcasts, and thank you so much for supporting TSWS. But you know me in specifics. You know that I have a hard on for specifics. What hate groups? Twitter used to fact check misinformation. It used to ban hate speech. What is hate speech? Like, give me an example of a specific hate speech that you saw recently that Twitter was like, "Oh, okay, that's not hate speech," and then just left it. Because I feel like I'm looking at a completely different Twitter to everyone else. Honestly, because I haven't seen hate speech. Starks, man, Twitter was good until Elon Musk took over. Okay, I don't have a lot of negativity on Blue Sky. And again, negativity is another, like this is another thing that I question. Like, okay, what is this negativity? Is it people disagreeing with you? Like, do you want to be on a social media platform where people do not disagree with you? Is that what we're looking? Is that what you are looking for specifically, Sir X-Man? And that's fine if that's what you want. But I'm trying to get specifics on why Twitter's shit. And when you say I don't have a lot of negativity on Blue Sky, what does that mean? Is everyone an optimist? Is everyone talking about, oh, everything's great? I don't understand. America was never great. America was built off the backs of slaves. Our schools don't teach these kids about slavery. Fair enough, Ron Slasher. Fair enough. But the topic
I
right
don't
now
disagree.
is, hey, man, that's what I'm saying. Fair enough. But the topic right now is Twitter. The topic right now is Twitter. Elon.
Well, we were talking about like America being like I remember I was talking about that earlier. So that
Yeah,
might
you brought that up.
pulling from.
So do you want to add anything to Ron Slasher's point about America being built off the backs of slaves?
Well,
Or?
no, I'm just here to say that I mean I agree with him. He's right. I
Ye-
mean I just got done explaining that whole thing, that whole notion as well. Like the whole make America great. Like it's so subjective. It's just like me saying ice cream is good. Like like what the fuck does that mean? Like a lot of people might agree, but that doesn't mean they know what ice cream I'm even talking about. Because if I pull out some mint chocolate chip, a lot of people walking away.
I'm getting closer, so I can
I'm
see if
walking
we
away.
can. Well, I'm checking to see if we can lick
But you
that
see
ice
what I'm
cream together.
saying. But you see what I'm saying. When you pull that curtain back and you actually see what people are talking about, then you're like, oh yeah, no, I disagree. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's all it really takes. So like, I don't like that whole like just general notion type shit. Like it don't work.
Yeah. Elon laid off a huge portion of Twitter's staff when he took over, locked them out of the building. If you remember, yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. He came in with the sink and he was like, "Let that sink in." Again, that is a commentary on what Elon did to the people that worked there. It's not about the discussion right now is about the software that is Twitter on our phones. All right. let, let's be specific, people. Let's be specific. I guess you haven't had MAGA come after you. Lucky you. Yeah, I'm not even going to deny that. I haven't seen one MAGA person on my Twitter feed.
You
Not
know
one.
what's crazy?
What?
I haven't either.
Oh my God. I thought we were on opposite ends on this discussion. Guys, come on, come on. Okay.
Well, my thing is sometimes whether you mean to or not, you attract. So like what I'm saying is, if you don't want to get wet, no, just listen to me.
Let me get
If
some
you
water.
don't want to get wet,
I know where this is
but
going.
you see a bunch of your friends in the pool having a ball, or you see somebody, doing something negligent in the water, and then you decide, fuck it, I'm jumping in. Well, then what? You're wet now. You didn't want to be. You didn't want to deal with, being all soaked and having to walk home and feeling like shit. But nobody told you to jump in there.
No, sir.
So I guess my analogy, what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people will say they don't like certain toxicity, but they fight against it
They
constantly.
no. They engage it, Ham. Forget
Sure,
fight.
sure.
They
Okay, yeah.
engage it.
They engage it.
Yep.
So
They
so
jump
then
in
I
the
get
pool.
confused. Like, it's like, wait a second. You said you didn't want any. You didn't want any smoke, but then you said fuck PlayStation.
Yep.
You said you didn't want any smoke, but then you said these people are full of shit.
Yep.
Like, you got to pick a lane. And we're all guilty of this shit, right? We are all guilty of it,
That's
right?
true.
Because sometimes we get into basketball, we get into football, we get into ballet, we get into gaming, we get into whatever. We have this idea of what it's supposed to be. We see all these rainbows and sunshine, and we forget that it rains on the same fucking planet. We forget that sometimes it's going to be shit. Are you willing to take the good with the bad? Because if you're not, I don't know what you're doing.
Ron Slasher still uses MySpace. Ham, I'm 100% there with you, dude. The algorithm for me is like a relationship with any other entity in the world. If you treat your car good, no matter what the make or model it is, if you treat it good, make sure it goes to maintenance, make sure you change all the parts exactly as they should with original parts, etc., etc. You can have a car that is notorious for being bad. You can have that car for 20 years and it'll be perfect. The algorithm works the same way. If you engage in these toxic battles, that's all you're going to see. In fact, you can engage, you can actually engage in these toxic battles and still not end up wet, Ham. I've had discussions with the so-called most toxic people on Twitter, whether it was in the thread or in on one-on-one conversations in the DMs. from Cult Classic Cage, welcome in, that just showed up, all the way to like your J Barries, what's his face, J Tech, and all these other people. But Ham, I'm telling you, people treat you the way you treat them, and that goes for the algorithm as well. I remember being stressed a couple of years ago, and then one day I was just like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm not going to engage in this rubbish. I'm not going to let myself get stressed out in this. This is not worth it. And you know what magically happened? The algorithm stopped stressing me. As soon as I stopped stressing the algorithm, it stopped stressing me. And going back to the post that I made about South of Midnight, even the people that were being toxic, well, not toxic, they were being negative, just like Sir X-Man is saying it. Did you hear me when I said I'm tired of the negativity? They were being negative to a post I made. Ham, because of the way I responded to these people, suddenly they were more positive towards me and were able to either have a conversation or agree to disagree and see what happens at the end when the game releases. I feel like a lot of people forget that every single discussion that you have ever had and will ever have with another human being also involves you. You, the person that's saying that so much negativity when I talk to Ham Solo, you are also involved in that conversation. There's no marriage, right, that ever fails and it's like, oh no, it was only the husband. No, dude. The wife also participated in 50%, in 100% of those conversations that broke down. Every time I've ever disagreed with Cult Classic Cage, it was an opportunity for me and her to stop being friends. But she chose to engage in good faith. I chose to also engage in good faith. And what happens? Whether we agree or disagree, it never devolves into something that, like Ham was saying earlier, that is quote unquote toxic. You know, Blue Sky was made by the previous owner of Twitter before Elon Musk fired them. Hey, man, it is what it is. Should have made it worth more so Elon Musk couldn't buy it. All social media, Calcula's case, all social media is trash because we depend on it too much. Most of us are terminally online and we use it to fill in every dull moment and then some. We weren't meant to be on the internet like this. Ham, thoughts on that one? That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep by Cage.
Say it again.
All social media is trash because we depend on it too much. Most of us are terminally online and we use it to fill in every dull moment and then some. We weren't meant to be on the internet like this.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
We weren't meant to be on the internet this much, but it's as accessible and like it's used for business so much that it's hard to pull yourself away from it, right? Because the same phone that I tweet to people with, I also pay for things with. What do you think me being able to pay for something with my phone means? It means it's connected to the internet. With that being said, I also can control my stocks, can control my crypto,
That is stressful.
can
No, that's
control
stressful.
how the teacher is talking to my daughter during the school day. I
Yeah.
can control everything about my life damn near through my phone. I can control this podcast if I want to.
Yep.
So it's just like, yeah, it wasn't ever meant to be like for us to be on the internet like we are, but I don't think anybody foreseen a flip phone turning into this.
No.
a rotary phone turning into this. Like, you put a rotary phone in the middle of a school right today. People are asking questions. What is this? Why is this here?
They don't even know what's it for.
What does it do?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sapo says, I want to see people acting like human beings, respecting boundaries without being met with a bunch of expletives. That's what I
Get
want.
off the internet. Get off the internet. No, for real. Get off of the. It's impossible. I bet you if I created a Blue Sky account right now, it'd only take a couple scrolls for me to see somebody acting crazy. But if I click on that
Man.
person, well, now I'm engaging with it. And guess what I'm going to see? More of it.
Preach.
Like I'm like, obviously I want Sapple to use the internet because you need that to tap into TSWS. I want you to keep using the internet. but if you're looking for all this respect, love, and care, you have better luck just going to Walmart than you do expecting any website to have it. Go to Walmart. Just go outside, because I can guarantee you, everybody will talk to you different than they would have if they were on a screen. Everybody.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
Oh yeah.
So, some of the nicest people that you'll meet
In
are some of the
person.
sick and most diabolical motherfuckers on the internet.
Yep. That's why
I'm
Paris is like,
telling you.
dude. That's why Paris is like, we'll talk in person. Because when you're face to face with Paris, oh, you get humble very quick. Very quick. Dude. I've seen Paris squat. That motherfucker can take you, dog. I don't know, man. Like, I'm lowering my voice. I'm diverting my eyesight. I don't know, man. I'm crossing the street. The whole shebang. If I have beef with Paris, but yeah, definitely, you're not gonna have a good time if the idea is everyone should be nice on the internet. Oh man, what I would say, Ham, that I would push back on your point of, you know what, then get off the internet. Again, I'm gonna go back to this recent example because this is the one that I can remember right now. I posted that thing about South of Midnight, Ham, and there's some people that even came at me, right, trying to make fun of me and whatever, and calling me names like,
because you're excited. You said 9 out of 10.
yeah, like Rachie
I was
said.
surprised that you said that, not because of like. I was just surprised because of that genre. I rarely see you get super excited for that genre.
Dude, I like the aesthetic. I'm not gonna listen. What we see, Ham, is important.
Black people, be honest.
Yeah.
Black people.
Oh my god.
Be honest. Black people. Let's do it. Just be real.
God damn it.
Black
God
people.
damn it. This guy. Yes, it matters that the protagonist looks the way she looks. I like that they didn't go and take an originally white character, make her black, and be like, "Ooh, here you go. Let's tokenize another black character." I like that they were like, "No, we're gonna make it an original setting, an original like IP or whatever, and the protagonist is a black woman." I love that shit. I love it, and I don't know how the game's gonna turn out, but I'm very excited because what I see, like the stop motion, whatever, I was kind of iffy on it. Had some discussions with Cozy about it, and I'm interested. I'm very interested now. I'm looking forward to it. And people were coming at me, right? And to Rachie's point, saying what I don't like are people calling names. Rachie, again, dude. For me, I feel like every conversation is about accountability. Every time someone engages with you, it's on you to react. And how you react, I'm telling you, I promise you, 9 times out of 10, obviously there's cycles that regardless of how you react, they're gonna shit in your plate. But 9 times out of 10, if someone comes to you on Twitter and disagrees with you and even makes fun of you, if you if your response is respectful and above board, 9 times out of 10, they disarm and either run away from the discussion or they disarm and then actually engage you as a human being. And for me, it's like, are we trying to tell people that they can't come to us with vitriol from the offset, and then now we have reason to also go back at them? Is that the world vision that we have? Because that sounds like an eye for an eye in terms of like just verbiage and conversation, and for me that's not sustainable. If someone comes to you with a shitty attitude, you still have 50% of the power in that conversation, because they still came to you, right? They're still engaging with you. When they put that shit plate in front of you, you can still take it and turn that into a souffle. And then now they're embarrassed. Now they feel awkward. Now they're
Why you
like,
make
all
it
right,
sound so proper and nice?
I'm just saying. I'm
You
just saying
said
it's
turn that
true,
into
huh?
a souffle.
I'm telling you, dude. Go and check. Go and check that thread I'm mentioning right now, Ham. Go and check all the negative comments that are there, how I responded and how those people responded. They either shut the fuck up or they then change their tune and then engage me as a normal human being. Next thing you know, we have someone that maybe we're going to have as a guest on here, or they're going to be someone in the comment section or whatever. Why? Because I open the space to be like, dude, I ain't trying to fight you. I'm just trying to talk to you. The problem is when someone comes to you with all their stress and all their hate and whatever, and for you, your response is, I'm going to throw my hate back at them. You don't turn fire off with more fire. You need water. Matthew Hum, thank you so much for the super chat. $2 says, never let Ham Solo be your flight instructor. Plane and explosion. Ham, sounds like there's a story there.
There isn't. I don't know. He's just he's a piece of shit. So that's what you got. That's the story right there. He's a sack of shit. He's my cousin. I love everybody around him, but I hate him.
Oh man. Richie says South of Midnight is a DI game and I will play it full because it looks interesting and the devs didn't attack the player base. I think that's fair, Ham.
I'm sorry, Matt. Did I forget to put water in your mama's dish this evening?
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
Ham is still replying to his cousin. Look, I have my opinions where I want to be, and you have yours. And isn't choice a part of freedom? 1,000,000%. This whole discussion really started with us trying to find out why. At no point, you can check the tape. Did either me or Ham Solo say any one of you should not go to Blue Sky? This whole thing has just been an exploratory conversation about what's going on and why. That's all it's been. That's all.
Did you get Sir X Man's $2?
No, I'm still scrolling down the.
Well, we gotta hit the ones that paid first.
All right.
I mean, we can go back and continue, but
all right, hold on.
they paid.
All right, hold on. Let me get to. Okay, here's Sir X-Man. Sir X-Man, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Says Skeleton Crew Star Wars on Disney Plus is good. I heard the episodes are super long, but I also heard that it's good.
Why are you trying to change the conversation, Sir X-Man? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Continue.
lying,
Yeah, I just wanted to hit the ones that paid.
Yeah.
Feel like it's respectful.
You know what? Because the notification doesn't show like the super chats like the way it used to on the other app, Ham. Just keep me up to date when someone does
Yeah, I'll
send it.
just shove it on the screen
All
whenever
right.
whenever that happens.
All right, cool. Let me keep scrolling back up. This is a very
That way
interesting
you don't have to
conversation.
lose your spot.
Yes, yes. This is a very interesting conversation. Midlander RT6, welcome, guys. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this out. Please, whether it's on Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Please share it out. We're trying to
MySpace.
increase. We're trying to increase
Go ask
our
over there,
subscriber
Ron.
count. Yes,
Share
yes,
it.
yeah, yeah. Uh, Midlander RT6 says people be running to Blue Sky because reality affects their mental health because they're mental. Uh,
Damn, that's cold.
that's a bit much.
That's
It's a
cold.
bit much.
That is some
Um,
icy shit. God damn.
yeah, yeah. Sapo says is that isn't the reality of it. Look, we don't live. I think Sapo, I want to say we don't live in a world where there are healthy disagreements, and you know that. And again, back to my original point, we are the ones, we are part of the conversation, so you have some power in the discussion on how toxic the whole engagement can become. Cal Classic Cage, I have Blue Sky, and all I see is people bitching about Twitter on there or acting. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh
That's
no!
not how that's supposed to work.
That's not, dude. You're not selling it, Cal Classic Cage. We're not. You're not selling it. You're not convincing me or Ham to go and open a Blue Sky account. All right, that's not.
I don't think she's trying to.
Okay, yeah, yeah, on there or acting like an NPC. Yeah, okay. Cal Classic Cage is not on Team Blue. Clearly, she's not on Team Blue. Midlander, exactly. People keep saying things, and when you ask them what they mean, they run away. Again, this happened with my discussion on South of Midnight, Ham. People were like, SBI trash. The what's it the protagonist is transgender and all this other rubbish, right? And then I'd be like, all right, so
What?
where did you see this? Can you send me the link?
Right. What is the protagonist is
Radio
trans.
silence. Bro, I'm telling you, go and check those comments. It is unhinged. It is unhinged. But the thing is,
I feel like
you
I feel like at a point you're kind of projecting what you want.
yeah, but my point on the whole toxicity of the interactions on Twitter or any social media really is that it's a game of tennis. If you don't swing the ball back, if you don't hit the ball back, Ham, you're not gonna play, right? There's no game of tennis if you don't hit the ball back. And I feel like a lot of people are struggling with someone hitting the ball at them and then them like not swinging the racket, metaphorically speaking, just being like, no, I'm not going to play this specific game with you. Raichi says hate speech is how people attack Dreamcast guy face instead of his opinions. Yeah, that listen, that's not a great look. It's not a great look. I think we can agree on that, Ham. Attacking people's appearances instead of their points is a shitty thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that is waving the white flag. To me, that's what waving the white flag looks like. When somebody gives up and they just say something disrespectful. I usually feel like a complete winner when people do that. Let me
Yeah, yeah,
let me go on ahead and give you an example. Since we're talking about toxicity and all this shit, right?
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
go on ahead and just give y'all an example. Y'all want to see some real world shit, some real shit that I mean, everybody deals with a little bit of disrespect from motherfuckers all the time, right? And I'm here to say, like, fuck it, like, who cares? Who cares? let me go down and see, because I want to have it pulled up and ready for when you guys.
All right. So while you're pulling that up, Ham,
Yeah.
Sexton says, "Look, you're not in the U.S., so you will never understand what I'm talking about." For me, that's a fair point for you to have. You have the right to say that. For me, that kind of breaks my heart a little bit, because the beautiful thing about the internet, at least from my point of view, is that little old me in Mozambique, I can directly engage with an American like you, Sir X-Man, and you can break it down for me. I don't have to watch a documentary, a mockumentary on YouTube or on HBO or whatever. I can talk to a real American face to face in a space that they can give me their lived experience and their opinions. So it sucks. It sucks that this is what you think. But for me, it feels like a missed opportunity. This would be a great opportunity for you to be like, look, this is because of X, Y, and Z, you know? But you think it's best not to do that, which again, it's a free world. You're allowed to choose to engage with me on any subject or not engage. Ham, are you ready to?
Yeah, I just I wanted to get the screen right.
All right, all right,
So
all right.
I'm zooming it in just so you guys can read it a little bit better. But look, I'm dealing with toxicity. I'm not saying that I like dealing with it and whatnot, but I'm just saying that it is what it is, right? Because wait, you get enough people on Blue Sky, you ain't running from shit no more. It's Twitter all over again, right? And then I mean, you're asking, oh, the moderators will keep me safe. Well, then are you getting the information that you really want, or are you getting the open clarity that you want? I mean, echo chambers are cool, but they are fun. I ain't gonna lie, echo chambers are a good time. Everybody's agreeing with each other. It's fun, but you're not learning anything.
You're not growing.
For the most part, you're not really seeing anything differently. So here's a toxic ass post that I like here's a post that I thought I was just saying I'm playing this game, right? But here comes the toxicity assholes, right? So I put I've been playing Stalker 2 on my Xbox Series X at 30 FPS. It's far better than the 60 FPS option. Maybe I should have gave a little bit more context on there, because I think a lot of people read that and they immediately turned dumb, right? Because what I meant, obviously 60 FPS is much more comfortable to play at. But if it's not functioning properly and 30 FPS is, which one are you going to go with, Loke?
The stable one.
Exactly. And that's all I'm saying with this post. For the first,
I'm not putting in
thing
60 hours right here, or 70 hours into inconsistent frames. I'm not doing that. I'm not crazy.
Especially in a slow-paced game. Like, look at me moving right now.
Slow, fast. I
not
don't
moving
care.
100 miles an hour.
Again, Ham, slow, fast. It doesn't matter, dude. Putting in 10 minutes into inconsistent screening of anything, just you watching something that's like, 10 frames here, then it's 20, then it's 70, then it's just 10 minutes of that is hell for your eyeballs. Imagine putting in fucking hours. No, I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
All right. So now I gave you some context of this tweet.
Yeah.
First thing this person says was me if I was retarded, talking about me playing at 30 FPS instead of 60, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I just told the person, I took 2 scrolls of your page and you seem miserable. But hey, that's not my problem. Because all this person does is say negative shit. That's what a lot of people need to do. Yo, if you see somebody's negative at you, maybe take a couple scrolls at their page and just see, hey, are they just a shitty person? Block. Done. Mute. Yeah. Done. Don't need to talk to them. Don't need to engage. I'm out. So they didn't say shit else until somebody else decided to come through and then said this is a case of mental retardation, which has nothing to do with gins or whatever, right? And I put, I guess it was retarded for Digital Foundry to recommend 30 on console, just like they did for Final Fantasy Rebirth. But okay, maybe I should ask for Xbox for a $200 upgrade so I can hit 60. The post right under that was this dude saying only dumbasses like yourself would pay for something of that price while I'm building a PC that destroys PlayStation 5 Pro and Series X and next gen consoles. Loke, you know me. I didn't buy no PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I responded.
Mama ain't raised no fool, man.
I was like, What are you saying? Well, what you're saying doesn't make any sense because I did not purchase a PS5 Pro, nor would I. And I can clearly see that you know literally nothing about me or what I own. So you're just mudslinging with no knowledge. Yet you called me dumb. Irony is a bitch. While you're busy building that PC, I already have one, buddy, with the plans to build a new one, which I'm planning on building one for my wife. So his response was just this, a picture.
Oh, wow.
So I said, damn, looks like you ran out of words. Maybe some will come back to you when you grow a little. See you later, Satan.
Done.
He's out. I ran him into a wall that he cannot get away from. Really, I just ushered him into it because he is walking himself into the wall. But I helped him out. And I was like, the wall's right here. Go run into it. And he did it.
Yeah.
He had no factual knowledge of or anything to actually say to me. So he posted this.
That's
a picture of a bottle that has a fake label on it.
Some nasty work.
That sounds like somebody that knew what they were talking about and stood on business.
Talking about little bitch.
You're telling me I'm supposed to be nervous or afraid of people that can't have a conversation? No, I'm not running from them. He needs a safe space because he got triggered and came to my post. I didn't do nothing to this dude.
You didn't call him?
So I'm going to keep stepping and I'm going to keep talking and I'm going to keep moving on Twitter. It ain't nothing. He's not the only, them two are not the only motherfuckers I punched in the mouth on here. There's a couple other people that I got that I got at as well. It's just like sometimes you can go the super nice, appropriate route, and sometimes I do. Sometimes I try to help them see some reason and whatnot. I try to do the Loke thing every once in a while. But sometimes I'm just like, nah, nigga, fuck you. Yo. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm going to help you know that you don't know what you're talking about. I will usher you as well.
All right. So it's vicious, man. Jeez. So again, just to reiterate Ham Solo's point, every interaction on every piece of social media is a give and take. So it's not 100% on the other person. You also have the power to escalate, usher them into a wall, or you can de-escalate as well and maybe educate someone.
I escalated them right into the fucking wall, and it felt great. And I escalated another motherfucker. This dude that blocked me earlier this year or late last year unblocked me once he seen my post and just said something stupid. And I had to remind him that, hey, you unblocked me to say this.
To say this.
And then, by the way, since you're happy to unblock me, make sure you pay back this dude that you stole money from. I told him that.
Oh no, is that who we're talking about?
Yes. No, it's not Dre. No, it's not.
Okay. Okay.
It's somebody totally different. I was like, make sure you pay that money back to that motherfucker that you didn't that you took money from and didn't pay back.
Is that the Canadian dude? I'm forgetting his name.
No, it's not.
All right.
He didn't come back and say shit after I told him that. I wonder why. Sometimes you gotta put a motherfucker in their place. They come sideways to you for no reason. I didn't say nothing to him. But he's going to call me retarded? He's going to unblock me and then call me retarded. So I had to be like, are you sure I'm the retarded one here? Are you sure I'm the retarded one here? Because you jumped through hoops to tell me something that I didn't care to hear from you. And then you got smoked. Just re-block me and keep moving. There ain't nothing to see here.
He really meant it. Put in some effort just to send in that reply. Cult Classic Cage says, if you think hate speech is present, take it upon yourself to do community notes if it is really an important thing you believe should be addressed. And this is another thing that I wanted to talk. Actually, you know what? It feeds into my original point of responsibility. All right.
My cousin said, please, Ham, you're scaring the chat.
Yeah. Usually I'm the messy one in your PC. Today, it's like, I'm trying to hold you back. Like, yo, chill, bro. Chill. Daddy, chill.
Man, sometimes you just have to pop out on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just let them know, and then you go back into the box.
You're listening too much. You're listening too much to Kendrick Lamar. All right, settle down. So yeah, this comment here by Cult Classic feeds exactly.
Squabble up.
Dude, that album. Oh my God. Lord in heaven, that album is hot. I love it. Like, I think 4 or 5 of those songs are already in my gym playlist.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like about 4 or 5 of the songs. The rest of them, man, I'm all right. That's how I use. That's any album for me. There's only a few albums that I'll listen to front to back.
Man, for me, the greatest hip hop album, I can't even listen front to back. In my opinion, the one that really sticks with me, and I know most of the lyrics and whatever. Graduation, Kanye West. That album, it's nearly perfect. There's just one song that I fucking hate it. It's Drunken Hot Girls. I don't understand what the fuck he was doing. I don't understand what his intention was with that song. Drunken Hot Girls. If you remove that song, Graduation is perfect.
He's letting you know he's gonna holler at Kim. That's what he's doing.
God damn it. Ham, tell us what your perfect hip-hop album is so we can carry on with these comments here.
Perfect one. Oof. Just because I listen to an album front to back, it don't make it perfect. I tell you that much.
Well, I'm saying Graduation is nearly perfect.
One of my favorite albums to listen to front to back, and I don't mean to bring this up because we just got done talking about Kendrick, but it's probably, if you're reading this, It's Too Late by Drake.
Okay.
That mixtape was nuts.
That was hot
when it came out. And like I still listen to songs from that album. That was back in like 2014.
Notice he wasn't trying to be gangster.
Let me see. No, he wasn't. And that's when I really enjoy Drake. Now, his albums now, I fuck with a few of the songs, but like it hasn't been the same since like Views. Yeah, like Views was his Views or maybe even Scorpion. Scorpion was pretty good. but I haven't really fucked with him very hard since like 2017, 2018. Like I kind of fell off of him when he started changing the way that he rapped and hanging out with hood niggas and shit. Like I don't know. I don't care about that shit.
Something is not.
What's it called? But that album, if you're reading this, It's Too Late. Let's see. There's another album, front to back, that I really like. Oh man, I'm gonna have to.
Just one. It was just ham. It was just one ham.
Oh, it's
Just one.
just one? Okay.
Just one. Just one. Otherwise, we're gonna go into another tangent. Don't forget, we're in at a
There's
tangent.
a couple Gucci Mane albums, man. That those back in the day, Gucci Mane was disgusting.
Yeah.
He was
Lil Wayne as
such a
well.
good rapper back.
Ooh, the Carter 3. The Carter 3.
Oh,
Oh,
bro, there's multiple Lil Wayne albums I could tell you.
that was crazy.
Oh, bro. All right.
All right. Let's stop.
Yeah, let's stop.
Fuzzy
Please stop.
Fuzzy Tomato welcome in says Twitter is shit
Ooh,
people.
Matt Hum said the Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. That album.
Oh,
I'm not huge into rock like that, but Hybrid Theory was nasty.
yeah.
When I first heard that like drain sound kick on, where the like what was those lyrics? It was like falling in my skin, my wounds will never heal. I was like, yo, this dude is screaming those lyrics, and that shit was hot.
It was crazy. And then they now have a new female lead replacing him, and she's not good. She's not good. In my opinion, she's not good.
Matt really likes her. I know that. Matt likes games. I mean, not Matt Hum.
Yeah.
I don't know if Matt Hum likes a new.
I'm assuming you were talking about Matt likes games.
Well, yeah, I was talking about Matt likes games just now,
Yeah.
but before I was talking about my cousin.
I saw her first few live performances, and yo, not for me. Fuzzy Tomato says Twitter is shit. People get paid for engagement, so people just say outlandish and stupid shit, so people argue in the comments. that hasn't been my experience, but fair enough if that's been yours. Spidering, welcome. What's happening, dog? Sir X-Man, unfortunately, I cannot explain it by texting to you in the comments. The good thing, Sir X-Man, is that we almost always end up calling you in to guest on our pods. So one of these days we're gonna talk. Carl Classic K says Twitter is the modern toilet magazine. Day Reezy, welcome. Says no mint chocolate ice cream hate, sir. Yeah, I agree with Day Reezy. Mint,
Nah, fuck that. Get that shit
mint,
out of here.
mint chocolate ice cream is awesome. All right.
I'll punt that shit off my deck right now.
God damn. Fuzzy says, I'm also sick of scrolling through Twitter and seeing random clips of people. Guys, we're definitely seeing very different algorithms when it comes to Twitter. Sir X-Man, okay, I repeat, Blue Sky was created by people that got fired at Twitter from Elon Musk. Again, and then
Make
I'm
sure
going
you click
to
on these tweets, man, because I can't see what you're talking about.
all right, here, there it is. And again, Sir X-Man, I have to point out that I was okay with Twitter before, and I think it's better now. So this is not a selling point for me personally. It's not. Midlander, it's all emotional nonsense. Fuzzy Tomato, I live in a swing state, so I get all the worst propaganda bullshit. Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
I think the algorithm. Yeah, I think the algorithm is probably
That
what
man's
they're
getting
for.
demolished.
Yeah.
It's like the most confusing states to live in. Everyone's just mad at each other because they don't trust their neighbor.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen the next election cycle. Carl Classic Cage, being the grifter that she is, says, "I love toxicity. Give me more because
my neighbor
Twitter,
on the west is trans, and my neighbor on the east stormed the Capitol."
man." Oh my god, you have to get through this. God damn it, you started this tangent. Let's finish it. Twitter's garbage, and I love spreading the toxins. I don't care how many Twitter accounts I go through. And I'm curious to see what your next one will be because I didn't see Mario Kart rocking up. I didn't see that. Geez, man, Midlander, stop posting this stuff about weak minds. Daireezy, I'm doing an oil change right now while listening to y'all. Cheers, Daireezy. Try not to laugh too hard.
Click on it so I can
Hold on.
see it. You
Hold
still got
on.
Cold Classic Cage up there. I don't know who you're talking about right now.
I'm talking about Daireezy. We might get him to mess up his car.
Good.
Cult Classic K says, Bro, I'm full boycotting SPI. And despite that, I liked your tweet because I'm just happy you're fucking happy as my friend. See? Oh my fucking God.
It's that
This is
simple.
this is what I'm fucking talking. I swear, Ham. I
It's
swear.
that simple.
Oh my God.
We
The
can support
people-
each other and not agree with everything. It's the simplest sentence, but the hardest to understand.
Oh my goodness. If everyone that hates toxicity could just understand that toxicity is something you also feed into, and you can cut it at the bud, and instead of toxicity growing, you can get a beautiful friendship going. But no, you can only be friends with people that think exactly what you think. Rachie says, years ago I watched a YouTuber called Turboverse. That guy was great until his console warring became outrageous, and it reflected on myself in other chats, so I blocked his channel, and now I'm happy. Simple, guys. It's simple.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
really,
sometimes like you can be open-minded and still gatekeep a little bit just for your sanity. Right?
yeah.
Like I'm not I have a hard time blaming like Twitter for like me having my feed the way it is. Right?
Mm.
Like there like there's some blame to be had on Twitter. Like when certain things pop on there that you never engage with. Then I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, Twitter? But for the most part, I see kind of the same type of shit every day. And when I start to see stuff that I don't care about, block, mute, and usually by the next day, it's right back to where it was.
Done.
So I don't know, man. I have a hard time getting mad at inanimate objects.
That you can control. Because
I can say it sucks, you know, just like all the other people are saying right now. They're like, oh, Twitter sucks and whatnot. You can do that and whatnot. But I just think that at the end of the day, it's how you use it. Right? Like, there are motherfuckers that drive shitty ass cars, horrible cars, that seem like they have a day left every day. But you ask a motherfucker and he says he loves that motherfucking car. Even though it's terrible. The point is they're trying to get something out of it. They're getting what they wanted out of it, so they keep using it. If you're not getting what you want out of Twitter, I feel like it's kind of weird to be like, I'm still there, but I hate it. I hate it. I don't know. To me, it's just like, I don't know if you really hate it, or if you, or I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying, Loke?
yeah. I think the
Because I know if
your
I
po-
usually hate something, I'm like, fuck it, out of here, get deleted.
yeah, I think your point on inanimate objects is it's actually very poignant, because essentially that's what it all is. If you go on Twitter, all of these profiles saying the things that you think they shouldn't be allowed to say, they're inanimate uh, objects that you can move around, delete, nerf, mute, etc. You can do whatever you want to do with them, and not just be upset about their existence. So, Drawn TJ, welcome in, welcome in. Jay Rizzi says Paris got Loke shook. He's shaking like a stripper whenever he comes around. Listen, that's not the point that I was trying to make, but you know what? It's funny. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. It is what it is. like a stripper. Um, if someone, what? Matthew Hum says, if someone is being emotional on a topic, then they're easily manipulated, but fighting can be fun in moderation. Yeah, kind of like what Ham was doing, ushering that man into the metaphorical brick wall. So X-Men, sadly, people lost interest in Star Wars. The same happened with Solo movie. Ah, man, I hope they don't. I hope people don't ignore the Skeleton Crew because of all the other stuff with Star Wars. I
I
think,
feel like that'd be mad ignorant to do that. Like, I'm not even
yeah,
a Star Wars fan, but I just know that if here's my thing. If you really like something, if you really like an IP or something, you'll keep giving it a shot.
yeah,
If you never really liked it, you'll see one thing wrong and say fuck it.
and bounce.
Right? So like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself. But
No,
I
no,
just feel like that is how I think.
yeah, and I agree. I agree with that because I'm I 90% of what Star Wars has been since Disney showed up, in my opinion, is rubbish. But I enjoyed Andor. I enjoyed Rogue One, and I'm going to give Skeleton Crew a proper go. Also, The Mandalorian was nice, especially Gina Carano. Oh my God, Gina can get it. Gina Carano can get it. Ham Fuzzy Tomato is asking, how is South of Midnight
That
a
made me
DI
slightly
game?
uncomfortable.
Fuzzy Tomato is asking, how is South of Midnight a DI game? I don't think it is a DI game, but well, do you have anything to say on this question?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Like, like I don't really engage myself with the whole DEI thing too much because I don't really know what I'm talking about around that area. So like I don't want to just be like sticking my foot in my mouth in that dimension. Um
All right. That's
as
fair.
for like as for thinking if that game in particular is like what I've seen in Dragon Age, no. Like I don't think that game is gonna do what Dragon Age.
Woo!
What
God
Dragon
no.
Age did was like insane, kind of.
And this coming
No, it literally is
and this
because
this coming from someone that played it and finished it, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
finished it and let me put this: I finished it and I loved it,
And you still think it was insane.
but that part was insane. Like the whole Tasha part, I felt like it was done very poorly, very, very poorly. Because here, I get it if you're just trying to say, fuck it, deal with it. Then you did a great job. If you're trying to tell everyone, fuck it, deal with it. I don't care what you think. I don't care if we make all the sales. Then it was great. But if you were trying to get people to have a better understanding, be more willing to reason,
Empathetic.
exactly, be more empathetic towards something like that. It was written atrociously. Because I tell you what's not going to get a person that is not a big fan of trans and LGBTQ stuff or whatever, right? Like I said, I don't give a fuck about it. You do whatever you want to do. I got my wife. Like I don't care. I don't care. I'm married. Like I'm married. I got a child. I don't care about none of that shit.
This guy.
I'm just keeping it a buck, man. Like, and that's why I feel like it's weird when other people care too much. Because it's like, dude, do you not understand your own sexuality? Why do you care so much? Are you worried about the kids? I would say, yeah, worry about the kids in the kids' games. But Dragon Age, I don't think that's a kids' game. Metaphor, I don't think that's a kids' game. I'm not saying it's woke or anything. I'm just saying, I mean, there's a lot of people saying it was and whatnot for whatever reasons.
And then it came out and proved my point, Ham. It doesn't matter what the politics of a game is. Make it good. People will play the shit out of it.
It doesn't matter. But going back to Dragon Age, like I said, it like that. If they were trying to get empathy from a crowd or more understanding from a crowd, which I feel like is the point of putting something like that so front and center, as loud as it was, and then as well as a lot of the TV programming and stuff like that we see nowadays that has a lot of that stuff implemented. I feel like some of the shows do it very well, but I've yet to see a game do it very well. Or actually, no, maybe The Last of Us did it well. The Last of Us 2. The bald little trans.
I hate everything about The Last of Us Part 2.
Sure, but I'm just saying that was implemented so well that you didn't hear as much. You still heard a little bit because the people are going to complain regardless. But you didn't hear near as much.
That's true.
Because it was implemented properly. It wasn't I'm this and you're going to like it. That's what Dragon Age was, unfortunately. Or unfortunate for those that could have benefited off of having some sort of empathetic story added to it.
I would say, unfortunately,
do whatever you need to do, but I'm going to go on ahead and just tell it like it is about that game real quick. And I don't know if this will spoil anything or not, but this is your warning. If you need to exit stage left, go on ahead and do so. But I'm going to go on ahead and tell you real quick that you are essentially trying to get the mom to be okay with her daughter being trans. And in the middle of Dragon Age, a game where the world is ending, that is her problem that you have to figure out, is to get her mom to accept her for being trans. And for me, that is tone deaf as fuck. It is. It really just is. I just don't understand. And like I said, I beat the game. I enjoyed the shit out of the game. I just didn't understand that part of the story. And here's an example that I threw out to somebody that was telling me about how they really hated that part. I asked them, how would you have felt if instead of trying to convince her mom that it's okay for her to be whatever the fuck, because I feel like that's your family shit. I don't see why I'm in the middle of that. I don't care. But how about this story? What if as she was growing up, she was beat up, teased, and, hated and exiled, but she was one of the best soldiers, but she was constantly hated, and you have to go in and essentially help her out from getting jumped. That's how you meet her. You're helping her from getting her ass beat by people for no reason.
Again,
I think, to me, that is way more easier to empathize with, because you're like, yo, stop beating up this fucking person. They didn't do anything. Compared to your family sees their family tree lined up a certain way, and you're asking me as a person outside the family to step into your family and tell them how they should conduct their family. That to me was disrespectful. The writing to that to me was disrespectful. Because nobody outside of your family should be able to tell your family how to do your family. Now, if you want to separate yourself away from your family, great. But if you still want to be cool with your family, I don't know why you're looking outside of your family to fix your family. So like I'm saying, like that whole quest line was going on, and I was just trying to understand, why am I doing this? And for the people that don't like that shit, they're fucking livid.
You were just
I'm
confused.
just like, I'm not mad. I'm just confused, and I find it a little disrespectful. I'm like, why? Like I didn't meet any other characters' family members, but here I am meeting your mama, and your whole quest line is for me to convince your mom that you're not a female, you're non-binary. That's the whole premise. That's lazy.
Oh my god, right? Yeah.
To me, that's just lazy.
Yeah.
The world is ending, and you want me to convince your mama about a lifestyle choice that you made? Like, come on. Like, I was like, am I playing Dragon Age or Life is Strange right now? What the fuck is going on?
I can't stand that series.
I have no beef with that series, but it's a game that tailors more to that type of stuff. Do you see what I mean?
Yep.
Dragon Age is about killing shit.
Well, it's about that type of stuff now. Get used to it.
Well, sure. And hey, I'm not telling them to stop making it. If they want to keep making that stuff, sure. I may play the next one or the next few. I might. I'm not taking that off the table, because like I said, I really enjoyed Dragon Age Velgar. I was confused during that part of the game. That wasn't the only part of the game I was confused on, but we're talking about this topic, right? So that was on this topic. That's what I thought for that. Yeah, man. I'm not saying, hey, change everything, go back to what it was, because like if you've been around Dragon Age, this shouldn't be too surprising. It's just really, really off of the of the regular meter. You expected it to just go straight north, but it ended up going northeast. That's kind of what this game is. It went northeast a little bit. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that to me. But the thing is I'm already cool with it. Are you trying to attract new people, or are you trying to lose people? Or is this something that moved the needle in the direction that you wanted? Because if it did, like something like Metaphor, as you said earlier, Loke, the fuck out of here. Nobody cares.
Game's too good.
But a lot of people did care for Dragon Age because you guys went so wildly to the side. As Atlas, they did it, but a lot of people were like, man, shut the fuck up. I don't care. This game is fire. Including me. I was one of those people that, Hulkenberg got, her booty was supposed to be bigger, the game is whooping. And I was like, man, would you shut your ass up? Hulkenberg is one of my favorite characters in the game, as a matter of fact.
The hell
do you want to unfollow me now? Like, I don't care.
I can show you where the unfollow button is. I can show you where it is, so you can see yourself out. What are you talking?
So yeah, man. Like I don't know. I just did a whole lot of talking, a whole lot of describing and bullshitting and whatnot. But like for real, it's that to me. The bottom line is: are you happy with your turnout and your sales, or do you feel like you missed the mark and you need to go back? That is a you thing to figure out because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, if Dragon Age didn't come out this year and it got delayed until 2027, I would have still been okay.
Damn. That says everything. Ty, welcome in. Says best album of all time is Get Rich or Die Trying. You know what? That's a solid choice. It's a very solid choice.
That is a solid choice. I
Yep.
like the Massacre as well.
Yeah, Massacre is also good.
The Massacre was I actually like the Massacre more than Get Rich or Die Trying, and I see that some people might think that that's crazy, but I mean, Candy Shop. What was the other? There was a lot of like that whole CD felt like it was on the radio. Many Men wasn't that on there too, or was that on? Was that Get Rich?
I think Miniman was on Get Rich or Die Trying.
Okay. So what? I'm gonna die tonight. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm gonna die tonight. Yeah, man, that song was so dope. And Baltimore Love. Oh my god, that off of the Massacre. That was so crazy.
There's
That
some bangers
Baltimore
there, no
Love
doubt.
thing. That song was fucked up.
Wasn't PIMP there as well?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I think PIMP was also on the Massacre. Anyways, yeah, there's a solid choice. JB 1521 says some
Just
people
go
are
burn
too dumb
them.
or just too misinformed to even engage with. And
Yeah. PIMP was what was Get Rich? He says.
oh, PIMP was on Get Rich.
I'm gonna pull up these. I'm gonna pull up the album. You can go on ahead, and we're moving on. I just want to look at the album.
All right. So Matt, what you walked into was Sir X-Man casually mentioned at the beginning of the show that he was leaving Twitter to go to Blue Sky slowly, and then we kind of just went with it, and now we're having a whole discussion about interaction with people and what is toxicity and what's wrong with Twitter. Is anything wrong with Twitter? I obviously think Twitter is great right now. It's the best it's ever been for me, at least. So JB 1521, some people are too dumb or just too misinformed to even engage with. For me, I can't I can't get I can't get with this sentiment, because for me the whole point of social media and people engaging with one another is about sharing information. It's about engaging, and even if you disagree with someone, I'll use myself as an example. I was someone that me and Ham had 3 4 hour podcasts fighting over the whole 4K on their consoles. But Ham, Matt, Taye, and Oshers were patient with me. And it eventually got through my thick skull that the 4K and the 8K is fraudulent, but not 100% on the console maker. You know what I mean? So I'm using myself as an example. And I feel it's so like unfair. And I think it's almost cruel to leave someone, to see someone in the wilderness, the mental wilderness, and willingly choose to leave them there. And I can't I won't partake in that. I won't do it. So X-Men, one of my favorite albums to listen to is back to back is Boogie Down Production. By all means necessary. I don't even know what that is.
It's
Ham,
old.
do you know what that is?
It's old. It's that
I
old.
know it's old. I know it's old. I have no idea what that is.
Which CD was it?
He says Boogie Down Production, by all means necessary.
Damn. You know what's funny?
What?
Google had a hard time finding that motherfucker.
Wow.
I was typing it in, and it took like the 5th word to know what I was trying to say. It was like,
Wow.
what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's just a couple letters, right? You hit DR, you get Drake. You know, you hit
Yeah,
K,
yeah, yeah.
you hit KEN, you get Kendrick. You know, immediately.
It fills it in for you, yeah.
You might just hit K and get Kendrick at this point right now. I don't know, but okay, yeah. So yeah. You talking about like stop the violence and stuff like that? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like OG hip hop.
Yeah, like real. Yeah, it's old school.
That's like, is that before Rakim the God or?
Let me see. Yes,
Damn.
this is 88.
All right then, Sir X-Men. Fuzzy Tomatoes enjoying the rap
KRS-One was
conversation.
really big during this time.
Oh yeah, KRS-One, the OGs. Ohio probably has a different algorithm than Mozambique. Yeah. That's possible.
Oh, it is.
Matt says literally have a dude down the street with a car decorated in Trump stuff and a neighbor on the opposite end who had a big ass Kamala flag on their house pre-election. Oh my god. I would love to live on that street and just watch their interactions. Oh my god. I would pay. I would pay to watch them. I would pay to watch like when they pull up either from work or going to work. Oh my god. Like cuz the Trump guy still has his decorations and the Kamala person has obviously taken those down. So it's like very awkward when they meet. Oh, oh, Matt, you don't know how lucky you are. You don't know. It's some people have to pay for entertainment. All right, some people have to pay. You have it for free.
But like on a serious note,
Yeah,
you said you don't know how lucky you are. Like that is there's a lot of truth there.
yeah,
I'm not trying to say hey, like everybody loves to see that type of shit. Like obviously not. Loke wants to see it, but like I'm not saying that exactly. But what I am saying is there are definitely places that you live that you cannot do that.
Yep.
You are either having that one flag of one of the two or none.
Dare I bring Mozambican politics into this podcast?
I mean, that's up to you, man. I'm just chilling, talking. It's been about 2 hours. I'm gonna give it about 20 more minutes, and then we gotta scream. Like we didn't talk about shit that we were supposed to talk about today, but I gave up. I gave up on it. It don't even matter anymore.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go change that thumbnail. What's this? Ayo, what in the blue hell was that, Loke? Don't ruin the Mandalorian for me.
Yeah. You can change the thumbnail to like,
what?
How do you feel about leaving Twitter or something like that? Like some sort of like,
Yeah,
like have somebody like walking out the door or like walking in. I don't know, something.
I'll just put a big logo of like the X versus the bird.
The middle finger.
No, I'm saying the X, and then the Twitter bird, the original Twitter bird.
I know what you're saying. Jesus.
All right. Sabo says they need to buy a Dragon Age. All right, go for it. Yeah, I was about to say The Last of Us did it great. Cyberpunk did all that stuff well. Yes, Fuzzy Tomato.
Yes, Cyberpunk did it as well. Nobody talks about Cyberpunk in a bad way like that.
Yep.
Nobody. But I would go further and say, that's probably the most woke game this generation.
Yeah.
I mean, there's literally a penis. Like there's penis stores with penises everywhere, and fucking
trans people everywhere.
People pretty like the game is pretty much is asking you to be gay.
Yep.
Like, bro, like I got sexually assaulted in the game. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I know we ain't supposed to say that on YouTube, but I clearly don't even care at this point anymore. I got
But
assaulted.
it does happen in the game. It can happen in the game. Sorry, not does. It can happen.
It can, and it did, and I didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know other people it happened to as well.
But it
We
fit.
created the community.
But it fit, Ham. It fit. It fit into what? Oh my God! When I say it fit, pause.
Oh
Pause.
my goodness! You said it fit.
Pause. Actually, don't pause. Just get out. Anyway,
Oh man, you said stop. Just leave
anyway,
it.
anyway.
You said leave it in. Oh my God.
anyways, it circles back to what me and you have spoken about before, Ham. No one, most people, I wouldn't say no one, but most people, I would say like 90% of people don't, they're not against DEI. They're not against any of the progressive stuff. They're not against it. Most people. The problem, the overwhelming majority do not have a problem with it. The problem is with implementation. It's ham fisted. Every time it's done, most of the time that it's done, it's ham fisted and it's messed up. It messes up the entire game in terms of immersion. So what do people do? They start to see a pattern. As soon as people start talking about DEI, inclusion, and all this other stuff, you go and play the game. Most of the time, the game's shit. So what do? Instead of saying, right, this was badly implemented on this specific game, what they say is 10 games came out with this exact MO and 9 of them were trash. That means when this MO gets espoused by anyone, it's a sign that the game's going to be shit. That's what most people do. And that's the problem.
I'm gonna skip down to the bottom real quick. Stay where you're
Right.
at, Loke. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
skip
gotcha.
down to the bottom. I'm gonna click
Yeah.
on this, and I want you to read this one first because Sir X-Man spitting.
All right. So X-Men says the game that started woke was the first Mass Effect. Nobody said nothing about that. Fact.
And then this
What's
one.
the next one? Fuzzy Tomato says the real problem is bad writing. 1,000,000%.
Check. That
That's
one
all
gets
it
a
is.
million checks. That was the dub.
That's all it is. At the end of the day, that's all it is. The scenes that involve these things or the characters that are involved in these things are badly written, badly voiced sometimes, badly framed, and what happens? That becomes the centerpiece of why your game failed. Right? And now we can add an extra layer, Ham. It's not just bad writing. The new wrinkle in all of this is that old quote. I don't know who said it, but someone said, "Do not meet your heroes." Ham,
That's powerful.
yeah,
I totally see why.
Ham. I think you, me, and everyone in this chat. I think everyone here at some point as a gamer has sat there and been like, and played an awesome game and been like, "Oh my God, I wish I could meet the people that made this
Kojima,
amazing."
Hollow.
Meet, yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, "I wish I could meet the people that made this amazing piece of art." And what's happening? We are getting our wish, and it's not working out because the people that make the people that make
Sounds like the most toxic relationship.
it's like that hot chick in high school that you always wanted, and she never gave you the time of day. Now that you're in university, she gives you a shot, and she's so fucking mid. Like she's so mid, no brain cells, not fun, like argumentative, like everything that you think is negative, she does it. That's what's going on between gamers. and developers right now. Most of them seem to hate us, and that's not helping. So you have a game that has bad writing, and then when we react and say this is trash, they come out with their pitchforks, calling us bigots, calling us all this other stuff, and it turns into a vicious cycle. That's where we're at. Car classic cases, game dev clearly write their feelings into the game. Essentially, that's what it is. Ham, can you speak on this point a bit about bad writing and also about devs coming for gamers? Ham, are you there? I think I think we might have
No,
lost
I'm
Ham.
still here. I was just on the
Oh,
phone with my wife.
all right. I'm gonna let
Well, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the last thing?
bad writing. Bad writing. What are your thoughts on bad writing and also on game developers attacking gamers or potential customers?
It just is. I mean, here's what I just don't like. If you want to implement a new idea or a new way to play, do it in a new way in a new IP. Don't take what was good and try to overcorrect or oversteer into something that you don't know how people are going to take it. But if you are doing something new, cyberpunk, you know,
Yep.
you have more free reign because A, there's no lore. And then B, it has no fan base. So getting one was better than it was yesterday.
Because it's not a sequel.
Exactly. So like people need to know like, hey, it's okay for you to stand on business. Just mind where you stand. That's all that most people are asking for. Whether they can explain that to you correctly or not. Most people are just asking, hey, can you respect the zone, respect my area, respect, my brain, right? Because trying to put some things together in the worlds that are created, one way and then get shaped and shifted into a different one without much explanation. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's even LGBT or anything. Think about taking Halo and never doing an FPS game again with it. It's just point and click now.
Oh shit.
People, this is the same thing.
The fuck?
It's the same thing.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying you're taking something that's traditionally made one way. And then you think, oh, I like this now. I'm going to take this IP and do something different with it.
That is nasty.
And,
Right,
I'm going to expect everybody just to like it the same that they like the other one.
what? No.
I'm saying that's the same thing as fucking up a story writing.
Oh yeah.
It is literally the exact same thing, except it's not gameplay that's different. It's the story.
Damn, that was a dark example, Ham. That was a very dark example. I don't want to live in a world where Halo is point and click. What the hell? Jeez.
Yo, sometimes you have to like bring it to like something shocking for a motherfucker to understand where you're coming from.
Yo, I'm offended, and this hasn't even happened, but I'm already offended.
But you see what I'm saying, right? Like,
Hell yeah.
a good story, and then, I mean, obviously, let's bring up the game that shall not be named, right? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm saying the name, and you can say it too. Vic ain't here. Fuck him. He ain't here. He ain't here to stand on business. It is what it is. If he is, say something right now. But anyway, but if he is, and shout out to Yodani Kwasada in the chat with the 199 super chat saying, just want to remind you, this show is one of the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, share it out, y'all. Share it out. That's what it is. I mean, I hear that from a few people. And Yodani, you're awesome. I appreciate that. I've heard that from a few people on Twitter, including Vic, the person I just disrespected. Absolutely. But yeah, invite some more people through here. We'd love to have more conversations with different people, get different different thoughts, different ideas and whatever. I like arguing and coming to a agreement, or just being like, we just disagree. It is what it is. But anyways, what the fuck were we just talking about?
You're about to bring up Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, so Metal Gear Solid. So Metal Gear. Yeah, you remember? You remember that shit?
Hell yeah!
Like, hold
Hell
on, I was
yeah!
like, wait. Loke remembers what the fuck I was just talking about. Anyways, I mean, this man having a cyberpunk corner store party right now. You need to calm down. But anyways, what was it? So Metal Gear Solid. Obviously, you knew very sharply, Loke, that hey, this iteration don't feel right.
Yes.
Which one was that?
MGS5.
You can point it out quick. Look at that.
Yeah.
It took
MGS5.
a second.
Something was off. Definitely. And this is before the news even leaked. This is before the news even leaked. When we're playing it, we were like, yo, dude, what the fuck? Something's wrong with this game. And then the news came out.
Hey, man, I'm just like, hey, like, what you like, and what other people will probably like as well, because you like said thing, right? Like, I like Dragon Ball Z, you like Dragon Ball Z, we like Kamehameha. That's dope, right? It's simple.
Yeah.
It's simple. I like dude fighting for his motherfucking life. You like dude fighting for his fucking life. Simple. Right? So when something is written or a gameplay piece is implemented not really in the way to enhance, but just to kind of prove a point within an IP that's established,
people can smell bullshit.
Why people feel disrespected.
People can smell bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the industry do not.
You don't have to be brilliant to smell bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of people in these corporations don't really give gamers credit. But most of us, can smell bullshit a mile away, in terms of the product that we're playing. I want to address something that Fuzzy Tomato said, which I think is valid. Fuzzy Tomato said they had plenty of similar things in Mass Effect where you can help your team get into a good headspace before the final mission. 1,000,000%. But Fuzzy Tomato, if you remember those stories, whether it was Miranda, whether it was Jack, they fit in the universe that everything was happening in.
Ashley.
It made sense.
That's Matt's favorite character. Matt likes games, is Ashley.
Okay, my favorite was
or
Jack.
as he put it, Smashly.
Smashly. Jeez. Wow. For me, it was Jack. Jack is wifey on Mass Effect. It's unfortunate she didn't show up on Mass Effect 1 and 3.
She's bald, right?
Yes, she's bald.
Yeah.
She's tattooed all over.
She was a badass, man. Jeez.
I love Jack. I love her. Like she's the one for me. Oh my god, I'm getting
A
emotional.
bald-headed,
Anyway,
badass, big gun woman
yes,
in Mass Effect 2.
yes,
Not a peep. Not a
yes.
peep.
No one said
Nobody
anything.
out here mad
Yes,
because they did. Well, first, as we said about Cyberpunk, they kicked it off from the jump. And they were consistent in how they handled that topic. I don't feel like a lot of these games that do decide to dive. Remember, I said games are going north and then decide to go northeast. I feel like they just go northeast hard, man. Like you can't do that in a plane. Stalling. It's not good. If you want to merge something, you got to do it methodically. Whether it's within that IP or just a whole different game. But you hit somebody over the. I mean, just like you said, Loke. Like you don't. Like people can smell the bullshit. People can sniff when there's an agenda afoot, or when
yeah,
there seemingly is like. And see, you might not even have an agenda afoot purposefully, but if it just so happens to be very identical to the way a lot of other things are going, you're getting lumped in.
yeah, and you won't get a chance to deny it.
You won't. Oh, Matt was talking about how Ashley's awesome in the chat below. Don't worry about it. You'll scroll down to it eventually.
All right. Oh my god, John TJ, jeez. All right, listen. You're allowed to like. You're like to like what you like and not like what you don't like. It's fine. Oh yeah, man. Use a window shopper. Yeah, Sapo. That's a good shot. It's a good shot.
Yes, that I'm telling you.
Ooh, 21 questions. Remember that?
21 questions was my joint.
Yo, the chick from the prison, like in the video, she was so pretty. She was very pretty. Like that's what I took from that MTV video. Matt says, "Shout out to Sir X-Man. I'm on Blue Sky as well. Twitter's horrible for me. Oh, sorry. My entire algorithm on Blue Sky is video games, music, cats, and goth women. It's great. Hey man, if you're having fun with it, who are we, right?" Ron Slash's favorite album is Christina Aguilera's debut album. What's it even called? Remember when Christina Aguilera was hot? Not in terms of appearance. I'm talking about like in terms of
Yeah, she had like that little naughty thing going on.
no, I'm talking about the songs. Like she was winning awards and the songs were charting and stuff
Oh,
like
you
that.
mean when like okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it was about the same time, to be honest.
yeah,
When
yeah,
she kind of stopped doing the high school thing and started to
yes.
get, I mean,
Raunchy.
just sexy, yeah, like kind of
Yeah,
raunchy with it.
yeah.
She did that Moulin Rouge song with Missy Elliott and Mia. And she was like, I mean, if you know Moulin Rouge, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. But
Maya.
yeah, she also had that song with Redman that blew the fuck up. You remember
Yeah,
that song?
yeah. I vaguely remember the music video, not the song itself.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Listen. Let's move on.
Okay.
Fuzzy says no. Is this getting too thirsty? No one here besides you knows the first thing about Mozambique politics. LOL. But but you know what my point was with trying to point out that you don't know how lucky you are is that you can do that in the US. You can have your lawn bluer than the bluest sky, and you can have your lawn redder than, I don't know, Satan's butthole, right? You can have it very red, and life will go on the next day. There's no real risk of you losing your job or any other consequences. You can't do that in places like Mozambique. You have to be very careful. Look, Elon Musk grew up in the old South Africa. I know. Listen, Twitter is owned by an African American.
Black Texas.
All right. Twitter is owned by an African American.
Which is insane to say.
I thought we were about inclusion, people. Sapo said I had a Trumper tell me at work that China was going to pay for the tariffs. LOL, I couldn't do anything but laugh. Listen, this whole thing about the tariffs, I guess it's going to shake out, and then we'll see how it ends. Because I've seen analysts say that this is going to be great, reputable analysts, and I've seen some analysts say that it's not going to be great for the US. So I guess we'll see who's right. The way I see it, and I'm going to be very brief, is that the US has an internal infrastructure to produce instead of import. So this is going to cause the products internally to be cheaper than the imports, which is going to get more people employed, more companies inside the US making money, and then we'll see what happens from there. I'll speak from my experience here in Mozambique. We used to have factories making like clothes, vehicles, a whole bunch of stuff, and it wasn't enough for the people in power. They needed to make more money. So what did they do? They dismantled those factories and made us a primarily importing country. And they put crazy ass tariffs. And then now what happens? We pay through the nose for almost everything in terms of luxury goods, and who gets all the money? It's them. And they dismantle the factories so they can keep the tariffs high. But we pay those taxes. So briefly, that's my vision of the whole tariff situation. I don't have the whole vision of it, but that's my view. Ham, do you have anything to add on the tariffs thing, or do you want to keep it pushing?
Keep it pushing because I need to get ready to exit.
All right. Ron Slasher says Cyber Spunk. Okay, I'm now catching up to all the fresh comments. Fuzzy says some people are just bigots though. And Fuzzy, what I'll say to that is
That's a
that those
fact.
people those people make up a percentage of zero. Most people are not bigots. The overwhelming majority of people on the planet are not bigots. But if you don't give them a chance and you don't want to engage with them, guess what happens? Ron Slasher says, I got to meet my heroes, the Concord developer. This guy.
No, my God.
Oh,
That's
shit.
how you know it's about that time.
Fuzzy, what are you talking about? Ham, please read what's on the screen and tell me what you think about this comment by Fuzzy to me. I think this is too extra.
He says, I think game devs are way too nice, actually. LOL. I tell gamers to fuck off. I probably wouldn't tell gamers to fuck off if I'm trying to sell them a game. But I think the world just kind of is what it is, and it's hard to go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like before, like when you popped in Mario or Zelda or fuck, Turok or fucking, I don't know, the newest Madden, Killzone, Halo, whatever the fuck, right? Back in the day, or even, or
Back in
even like
my
15 years
time.
ago, or even 15 years ago, it was like, I don't know who these people are. And a lot of people didn't know who these people are. And a lot of people couldn't reach out and say something to these people. And then even to take it a step further, we didn't know when they got offended and when they didn't get offended. But now, since there's so much transparency throughout the world, which now people are actively going out their way to try to dodge how transparent the world is.
Yep.
People are now trying to go outside of their element to get away from the transparency. They want to put up blockers now.
You want to
Because
censor.
it's too open.
It's too real, Ham. It's too
much.
real, bro.
I need some shades on. It's essentially like is what some people are saying, and that's not a bad thing. Like, privacy is something that was taken for granted, clearly, to get to this point.
Yes.
Right. So, I kind of agree that they are too nice, but I also kind of think that they kind of don't have a choice, because it's just like, how do you not engage with your community? Because you're trying to sell a product, and to sell a product, you got to speak, and you can hide, but for how long? Because when the credits roll, your name's on it. Back in the day, the credits rolled as well, but there was no Twitter to be like, oh, I'm gonna go tell this person how great his game was.
Yeah.
There's no way to do that. All you had, the closest thing we had back in the day was like MySpace, and you'd be like, oh man, this game was incredible. And you just kind of left it at that.
Probably wouldn't even get a reply.
If you were really in the nitty gritty, you knew some of these people, but most of those people that had the people that knew them were fans of them, not people that could say, hey, you did this wrong, see, and they could actually get them to look at.
Yeah. The game has changed. The game has switched up.
It has, and maneuvering is gonna have to change as well. You can't. You can't just keep doing the same thing and expect different results.
It's not going to work out for you, but
it never does.
It's going to end badly for you. And to this thing about tell them how you really feel and shit on them, dude. Remember that scene, Ham, in Matrix Reloaded, when Agent Smith has that little rant about purpose, saying it's purpose that moves us, purpose that binds us, purpose that defines us.
Oh yeah, that's like one of the most legendary speeches in movies.
Yep. And Fuzzy Tomatoes comment right there, for me, it defeats the entire purpose of what game developers are. Because what's the purpose? To make video games and sell them. Sell them. Sell copies of your video game. Or get people to sign up to your free game so you can sell microtransactions. Essentially, you need to sell. Okay? And the basic rule, this is like milk toast rule 1.1 fucking I'm going to teach you how to breathe through your mouth type situations, or through your nose type situations. You cannot sell if you were trying to fight people. It doesn't matter who you're fighting, whether you're fighting the left, whether you're fighting the right. There's a reason Michael Jordan was like, Republicans buy sneakers too. Regardless of how good your game is, if you're starting from the base of, I am going to fight people because they disagree with my politics, regardless of what your politics are and what their politics are, regardless, you're starting from a losing position if your purpose is to sell. I don't care what you're selling, sneakers, video games, whatever. If the idea is to sell, you done cut your kneecaps off right before the race. And there's no time for surgery, there's nothing. You're just sitting there on the pavement bleeding out. Noah Lyles is like halfway through his set. He's almost finished the race, and you just sawed off both your legs. That's all I have to say about this comment. Fuzzy says it's the marketing team's job to sell the games. It's the artist's job to create art. 100% agree. So after you create said art, shut up. Because if you speak, you are directly fucking with the marketing team's strategy. Because no one really cares about Josh in marketing. No one gives a shit who he is. He's just doing marketing. People do care about who the art director is for your for that game though. So Josh can come out and put out a tweet and say we love gamers. And then the art director will come out and say fuck gamers. Guess who, right? Guess whose tweet between these two is going to get more traction, more attention, and people are going to make actual financial decisions based off of whose tweet from those two. Guess. Guess, Fuzzy. It's the art director, obviously, because he actually did something on the game. He led a significant portion of the game. No one cares about Josh in marketing. He's just a drone. Sour Blow says, also, you're affecting your team when you do comments like this. Not fair. Fact. Games are made by hundreds of people nowadays, especially AAA games. So you're affecting the jobs and prospects of hundreds of other people, not just yours. It's not just yours. Maybe if you're a single dev, sure, go ahead. Go ahead. Fuzzy says, I still think leaning into the Elon bullshit was a marketing strategy. Now Avowed is the most talked about game in a stacked month as a new IP. Ham, before we sign off today on this very, very interactive show with the chat, I really enjoyed this. We should do this more often, Ham. We should do this more often. What do you think about Fuzzy's comment about all publicity is good publicity, essentially, because it's the most talked about game, regardless of whether people are talking about its woke or not?
I mean, it is, man. It is. Like, I was listening to Academics. I'm not sure if you know who that is.
I know who he is.
Okay, I figured you did because he's like Kai Cenat out here, right? But I was listening to him, and he talks about the music industry, right? Mainly.
And giving attention to your op. I saw that video.
Well, yeah, I mean, he says all kinds of shit, and honestly, he has a really fun program, right? To like hang around and watch and whatnot, because he's talking about current events. Sometimes it's a little like he's kind of like, I don't know if everything that he's saying is real, but it's interesting, right? It is interesting.
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining, and a lot of it is fairly true. Right, so it makes the entertainment feel more real because it's almost like you're getting to know these people's, the shit that nobody wants to talk about, right?
Yeah.
So like record labels, like people running record labels, how they run record labels, what they will do to get a person famous, what they will do to get them seen. I was listening to academics talk earlier about how when Jay-Z and Beyonce were getting told or getting called Illuminati, they ran with it harder.
Yep.
They're like, okay, so you think we're this, let's just never say we are and keep looking like we are, because the drama is bringing us to the front page every day, and we don't really know how to get into the front page, but the audience, we're gonna play off of them being pissy. I mean, look at the way Xbox looks at numbers right now. That should tell you everything. Like, everything is engagement based.
Yeah.
That's why Twitter and Facebook and all these other websites don't give a fuck if you ever give them $1. They'll still ask for $1 because who the fuck wouldn't? But if you don't give them $1, when you wake up, are they still there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I understand money will make it more profitable. But if a lot of people are showing up at the same park and not going to any of the other fucking parks, the city might stop making new parks because everyone's just going to go to this one.
Yep.
I don't know. To me, it's that simple. So, like, I mean, sometimes controversy sells, but you just have to be careful. And personally, the way Avowed dude came out there, it was wild, but look at what it's done. And I bet there's more people, more interested eyes on it now after the controversy, which people might not understand that, but I mean, come on. 50 Cent came on the scene. We just got done talking about how great this album was. He came on the scene with controversy. And people were like, bullshit for a little while. Bullshit, 50, whatever, man. You just hating on Ja Rule. Whatever, man. Couple years go by. 50, I'm with you, dog. I got you. Ja's garbage. He was never good. You see what I'm saying? The same people the year prior were jamming Ja Rule. Loved him. Now the only time they want to talk about Ja Rule is if they're talking about 50 Cent and him falling off. So like that, I always like to mess around with my friends and stuff like that. Like, I'll bring up things that most people find trash, but the thing is it was popular at a time. That's why they know about it. You know what I mean?
It's
like you can tell me how much you hate the band Creed, but you know about them. Why? Because they were hot.
Or Nickelback.
So, yeah, exactly. Same with Nickelback. Why do you know about you hate them so much? Why do you know about them? Because they're hot. Soulja Boy, same thing. You might hate him.
Man, I hate Soulja Boy.
He might have finessed you out of a console.
Oh, I hate that dude.
But he was hot.
Yeah, he was. He was.
So, like, I feel like the real problem of today is just people getting into their feelings and not just being objective. And just, some things don't need, like we talked about this a few episodes ago. Like, Do you want to die on that hill?
Is it
Remember
worth it?
Oshus? He died. Oshus died.
Several
He died.
times. I had to resurrect him. Jeez. Man was looking like Jesus. Like, bro, you can't keep dying like this. But he was like, no, I'll do it again. Watch me. Watch me. I'll do it again.
Oh man, look, we gotta get out of here, bro.
Yeah, we do. We do. Lastly, Raichi says you can't sing Despacito in the street without getting shot. Oh my god, that song, bro. Fucking hell, bro. What are we doing? Is this like the trigger session or the trigger section of the podcast? Where
Hey
we're
man,
just trying to
there's a different street that person can find to sing it on.
yo. No, I'm tired of that song. He had one song, LOL. I
Right
don't know
on
if you
Loke
can
Street.
call that hot, dude. That song was hot. That song was worth an album. I know we hate that fact, but Soldier Boy Tell 'Em was worth an album. You don't want a Soldier Boy console?
That shit
No, I
worth the
don't.
country, damn near, man. Jeez.
No, Dayrizy, I don't want a Soldier Boy console, and I don't wish it on my worst enemy. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Really, really, guys, from the bottom of my heart, everyone, whether we agreed, whether we disagreed, whether you came out neutral, it's fine. But thank you so much for engaging with us and questioning us and all the comments in the comment section. We really do appreciate all the likes as well and sharing out the podcast on Blue Sky, on Twitter, on Facebook, MySpace, all the platforms. We really do appreciate that. Make sure you guys come through on Friday for bull sitting. We're gonna try and have something game of the year related for y'all to engage in, and then we'll have a good time. Bull sitting is me, Ham, Cozy Beluga, Matt Likes Games, Mental 99, and a guest or two where we're going to chop it up. Uh, the chat, obviously, you guys almost always get involved. Oh my God, yes. Also share out the show on Truth Social. Thank you, Yodani Kasada. Thank you for keeping me honest. So yeah, every Wednesday we do this, me and Ham, chopping it up about video games and the video game community on the lowdown. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get into the news, but I get the feeling everyone really enjoyed this show. Ham, did you enjoy the show? Ham, I'll take your silence as
I'm sorry. My daughter was talking to me.
all right. I was saying this weird format that just formed today. You had fun with it, yes?
Yeah, it was nice to just kind of just talk about. I mean, I just kind of picked a comment in the chat, and I was like, I kind of want to talk about that. So
Yep.
and we just went from there. So
It all
yeah,
went-
I enjoyed it. I don't expect every time to go like that. So definitely still keep bringing topics and stuff like that. But just know that at any moment
it
this
might go
could
left.
happen on a Monday or Tuesday. On Friday, we're gonna try to keep it game. Like we're not gonna be veering all over the place. We got too many people on the panel, and we want to get through some news. But as for like Wednesdays, Mondays, like Wednesdays, I like to keep it gaming, which we did. We kept it pretty much.
We did.
Right.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Like everything circled right back to gaming.
Just
But,
the social aspect of gaming.
Very social aspect of gaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mondays, whatever. Yeah, I like the idea of that though. Fridays, just sticking it to actual just gaming.
topic.
Pause. Yeah.
All right. Thank you everyone for coming through. We really do appreciate it. We will see you on Friday for bull sitting. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
They said we said.